Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name is Joe. Drinker for the day is milk, and today OP12 and the starter decks are finally on the public version of the sim. The deck I wanted to try out most from OP12 is Zoro, and Zoro is a really unique sort of aggressive leader. He's very cool. I will be going over the deck list. This is heavily based on a lot of the deck lists we've seen coming out of Japan. I will be going over it. If you want to skip straight to the games, as ever, timestamps are in the description. So Zoro is a green leader with a very unique effect. He's 5,000 power, slash attribute, Supernova Straw Hat Crew. On X3, activate main if this leader has battled one of your opponent's characters during this turn. Set this leader as active. Then, this card cannot attack characters with an original cost of 7 or less during this turn. So this is based on original cost. So a good example is Jack. If you attack Jack, restand, you can't attack Jack again because whilst he costs 11, originally he's 7. But you can attack things like Katakuri. If someone blocks with Katakuri, that counts as having battled a character, and you can restand your guy. You can attack 9-cost Sanjis more than once. It's pretty cool. This lends this leader to a very aggressive style of play, and the cards that they've put for Zoro in OP12 are all slash focused. We've got 2 searchers. We've got Hiyori, who is leader locked to Zoro. You can tap her for 1 Don, and then look at the top 5 for a slash type card, or a green event. And then we have Perona, who is on play. If your leader has the slash attribute, look at the top 5 for a slash type card, or a green event. Worth noting that neither Perona nor Hiyori are slash, so they can't search themselves or each other. However, having 8 searches just in the first set is crazy. And the fact that these can search basically our whole deck, including our events, gives you some really interesting options with the events. We'll start the characters, and the main sort of identity of this deck is going to be based around resting your opponent's characters, attacking into them, then using Zoro's leader effect to restand, effectively trying to answer your opponent's board while still applying pressure to face. And the 2 main ways we've got to doing this are Kuina. She's a 4-1, 1000 counter, East Blue Shimotsuki Village. Activate main, you can rest this character, rest an original cost of 4 or less, and then give 3 Dons to your Roronoa Zoro leader. So, before I get a million questions, no, these effects that are locked to Zoro do not work with Zoro and Sanji. Zoro and Sanji is not named Roronoa Zoro, it's named Roronoa Zoro and Sanji. Like brand new can't search former Navy. Both this and the next card that we're talking about also hit original cost. So if you have some cards that increase their cost, or leader effects like Purple Black Luffy's that artificially increase cost, these are very nice into things like that, just because you don't care. It's pretty cool. And the other effect that we've got that's a bit similar to Kuina is Shigi. She is better, but still very powerful. 5-7 slash East Blue Navy. On play, rest a character with an original cost of 6 or less, then give 3 Dons to your Roronoa Zoro leader. So this can come down on 5, rest anything, can also come down on 6 and rest anything, and because it is original cost, which is very important. You can attack into it for 8 or 9 if you're on your 6 Don turn, and then you can attack 9 into leader as well. It's a really, really powerful card, letting you have a good shot at least either clearing your opponent's board or taxing them 2 to 3 cards, and then still getting a damage. Feels really good, and the fact this is a 5-7, and this is just a rare. This card's kind of wild, I'm not going to lie. The Queen is great, but like the Shigi is insane. One nice thing about the Kuina is if you can protect it with like a blocker, well, you get to do this again because it's an activate main, and into Teach, this also comes up into specifically Burgess. The rest of our mid-range, we've got 4 Cavendish because we are a Supernova. He's not the best thing you can be doing on 5, it's usually Tashigi, but if your opponent hasn't played anything, or you don't have Tashigi, Cavendish is the next best thing. If you can protect him, you know how good Cavendish is. Also got 2 of the Smoker. Restanding Dons is just this deck's thing. You restand Dons with everything, you're giving rested Dons here and there. It's crazy. Smoker adds into that. I've only got 2 copies because he's a brick, but he's just a nice like backup 5 Don play. And then what are we sort of working towards? Well, we're working towards this Mihawk. This Mihawk is nuts. 8-8 slash. Cavendish and Smoker are both slash as well, I should add. The Mihawk 8-8 slash, blocker on play, restand 4 Dons, then you cannot play a character with an original cost of 7 or more during this turn. So this effectively just stops you playing Mihawk into another Mihawk, if you were to combine his effect with something like Cavendish or Smoker or whatever. But this still is just a 4-8 blocker. That's crazy, man. The amount of value you get out of this card is just bonkers. You can play this, then like maybe you're on 9, right? You play Mihawk, you restand 4, you play Cavendish, restand 2, you still get to swing 7, and you've developed a massive dude and a Cavendish. It's crazy the amount of plays you get with this. It really is. The last attacking character in here is Roronoa Zoro. This is mostly just a mirror tech, 4/5 / 1k Supernova Straw Hat. When he's in your hand, he cannot be played by an effect. Doesn't matter for this deck, but you couldn't play him out with something like the Film Luffy, the 7 cost, for example. If your leader is Slash, this character cannot be carried in battle by Slash cards and gains 1000 power. So it's a vanilla that's immune to Slash cards, basically. This is almost purely a mirror tech. I mean, playing a 4/6 on 4 is fine, but into mirror, they just can't kill this. I mean, look at our deck, right? The only non-Slash cards in this deck are Harona, the 2k Tashigi, and Hiyori. So this guy kind of just sits on the board and swings every turn. Because your opponent can't deal with it. Everything else, we can sort of rest with things like Tashigi and take out with our leader effect. But this Zoro is very good in mirror. In terms of 2Ks, I've got 2 of the Shimotsuki Kusabado, 3/2/2k. On play, rest 2, then Kero rested 1. It's not great, but a lot of the slash 2k options are not great either. We've also got X-Drake. He's a 5/5 / 2k. Supernovas, on play. If your leader is a supernova, rest a 5, then at the end of your turn, you can restand a Don. The effect is better than Kusabado because he hits a lot of 5-cost blockers at the end of the game. If you need to rest, I don't know, something like a Nami, this could come in clutch where Shimotsuki is not going to do that. Restanding the Don at the end of your turn, not the biggest deal, but we do play counter events, and we'll get onto those in a minute. The last 2Ks Tashigi, we're green, we're playing Tashigi. One quite amusing thing to note is because this Tashigi is also named Tashigi, this Tashigi cannot protect the 5-cost Tashigi from removal, which is a bit of a bummer. People are not aware of this yet. People aren't reading completely, which is a little benefit, but worth noting for sure. And the last character is Koshiro, 2/1 East Blue Shimotsuki Village. If one of your cost 5 or lower slash trait characters other than this character will be KO'd by an opponent's effect, you may rest this character instead. He's also a blocker. Very nice. So, one thing that's kind of interesting about this is this doesn't say original cost, which means that into Lucci, if they reduce the cost of, for example, your Mihawk to, well, less than 5, you can deny the removal, with just an extra little bit of sauce. But yeah, this guy is pretty good. He gets around things like Godthread, Rayleigh in red decks. There's not that much KO at the minute, but when there is, Koshiro's clutch. He's also a blocker, so pretty good. Lastly, in terms of events, I've got 1 0 cost because we do play quite a few bricks, including our other events. 2 of the Paradise Waterfall. This is a really old event from set 1. It's 1 Don, you get 2k power for the battle. Then you set one of your characters as active. Usually this. Sometimes you might want to use it to protect one of your other characters. Being able to block one swing with Mihawk, then potentially countering a swing with Paradise Waterfall and restanding your Mihawk is great. It also lets you attack with him and then counter him out of maybe a small swing, use the Paradise Waterfall to restand him. It's very powerful. Only on 2, but I could very easily see this at 3 or 4. The card is very, very good. And because we have so much Don restand, we often just like have a Don that we're using to swing way more than is necessary, that you could reasonably keep up for Paradise Waterfall. We've got the Dead Man's Game, DMG, 1 Don, main, rest 3 Dons, rest 2 of your opponent's characters or Dons. It's Hody Jones in a can, and it's searchable. Hody Jones is strike, so he's not searchable. The Dead Man's Game, searchable off both Hiyori and Perona because it's a green event. Important for going for game. Even in the mid game though, if you rest some of your opponent's dudes, sometimes you just swing into them. If they can't defend them, I mean, you're cooking, right? It's pretty good. 3 of Luffy is the man who become the king of the pirates. 3 Don, restand your leader. Classic. If you've played Uta, you know how powerful this is. We also had this in Akuro back in the day, out of the bag. Being able to do some just insane plays where you swing into a character, restand, attack, play this event, restand, attack again. You get some nuts aggression. Especially into big characters. This can even just let you swing 3 times into like big dudes. Really good event. Tempted to go to 4. Currently on 3 just because of space, but it's what we're working with at the minute. So as ever, this is a first build, and these are my first games with the cards. I'm sure you'll see some funny moments from both me and my opponents, making very reading is hard type of mistakes. But either way, these games were pretty good. I'm really enjoying this leader. I think he's going to go crazy. Okay, we're going to get into Blue Purple Luffy. I'm going to take second and hope they don't get the triple ramp. Kuina plus Tashigi plus Mihawk. This is a solid curve. This is a solid curve. We've even got the Cavendish. Do I want to play out Koshiro? Yes. Because Godthread exists. And he's probably not resting this anytime soon. Gear second. Seems sensible. 6 to 5. No blocker resolve. No trigger. That's the Tashigi. That's the Tashigi. That is the Tashigi. I think I will just swing the... We'll play the Tashigi and then just swing 6. Yeah, I thought he'd counter. Now he's going to 6 Don. Has he got double ramp? No, just Nami. That's not a good one. That is not a good one. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. But it's not good either. Only 1 ramp. It's going to be on 8 next turn. All he can do is Kata. So we're going to take this. Cavendish is strong, but Tashigi is simply better. Do we have anything to do with this 1 Don? Not really. Let's go 9 into 6. And then 9 into 6, and he'll take within the turn. It's 8 Don. The best things he can do is like Kata or Blue Luffy. Kata or Blue Luffy. Do I want to counter this 6? What is that? Sir, what is that? That is a Don Quixote Doflamingo. What the fuck? We're going to get some great aggression. Whoa, okay, yeah, no. Absolutely no blockers there. We're on 8. We're going to go with this. Restand 4. Then we're going to go with this. Then we're going to go with this. Then we're going to go with this. Then we're going to ask for one of his finest 2Ks. Indeed. Then we're going to ask for 2K, 1K, or his life. Cool. Now, he needs Linlin here. He needs Linlin. It gets him both the heal and gets rid of this Tashigi. Because this Tashigi, unfortunately, can't protect this Tashigi. It's annoying. Usahachi places on top. That's a bad sign. We're going to see a Linlin. But the nice thing here is the Mihawk can block for the Kuina. So we get to keep the activate main. Give 3 Don. Which is kind of crazy. When you think about it. I'm a fan of that. I'm a real fan of that. Yeah, okay, it's not Sanji Linlin, though. That's a good sign. Yeah, all you can get rid of is this Shigi, but if he doesn't read, he might not know that. Well, he tried to add Kuina. No. I'll say no thank you. And the fact that we get to keep this is crazy. It's nuts. We are kind of running out of room, though, for our stuff. Maybe we go to the Koshiro at this point. Just play a Cavendish over him. Or a Smoker. Start with 8 from this. Gives 2k, 1k. Seems reasonable. I'd love to rest this Linlin. Sadly, we can't. Yeah, I think I'll play this over the Koshiro here. I'd love to play it over the Kuina, but we need the rested Dons first. Yeah, let's play it over Koshiro. We can't rest anything. We can give 3 Dons here. And then we can restand 1 Don. So this is at 8. We can go 10, 10. Still have 1 Don open for not really anything, but, you know, it's there. Or we can go... 9's kind of good, actually. I kind of like 9. We can go 9, 10, and then play out... I guess we can play... I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. No, let's just go 10 with leader. See what he gets. See if he gets a trigger. Who knows? Gotta get rid of that. He worked it out. I guess we will play the Koshiro then. But that's not ideal. Go 9 with Mihawk, because Giant forces him down below the threshold of Dons. So he needs to give gear plus a card or take to 0. Giant goes below 10 Dons. Incredible. Big dub. Deploy this. Pass. We've got our Koshiro here. He's gonna pop off. I believe. I choose to believe. We still can draw events as well. Like, our events are just insane. What is this Doflamingo blockers doing, bro? Why are we playing Doflamingo blockers? God Thread destroys Koshiro. Sure. 6 into 1. This can be 9 into 7. We can save that. We can't save this anyway. What am I talking about? 6 into 1 is absolutely going through. How big is this? Probably only 9, right? Yeah, we're saving this. And he concedes. Yeah, I think that was the right move. So I think what we would do there is probably play the Kuina, rest the Dofi, and we can attack the leader. We got choices as well. We've got a lot of choices. I don't know exactly what play I'd have made. Yeah, not sure exactly what play I would have made, but we definitely will. We're definitely not losing that game, right? Like it's looking pretty hot. Either way, we'll play to our opponent. Let's move on. Okay, got to go into Buggy. Let's see how this goes. First, absolutely. Absolutely not. It's not bad. We've got Hiyori, we've got Cavendish on 5. He's a good start. We've even got Tashigi, who I'll probably play out on 3. She's just so... She... Is this a she or a he? It's Tashigi inside of Smoker. Who knows? We'll end the turn there. Just play this out. I don't think I'm going to use it next turn. But I think I do want it down just to give us the extra Don, right? See what he's got for 2. Mr. 3. Who knows? Cross-guild event. See what he gets with that. Alvida. Okay, that's annoying. He's playing the quote-unquote bad Alvida. It does bottom on 1, quite frustratingly. So he can bottom our Hiyori. Although we can rest Tashigi. Yeah, we can rest Tashigi. We don't have a 2k though to save Tashigi. It's quite annoying. I'm not... Yeah. It's a bit of a catch-22 there, right? That's a bit of a catch-22. I'm not used to people actually playing this Alvida. It feels really weird. We're swinging 5 regardless, and I'm just going to play the Tashigi. If he wants to go with the bad Alvida, it's fine. I won't be thrilled, but it is what it is. And if he swings first before playing out the Alvida, then we can not have to play defend the Tashigi, which is really nice. See what trigger he got. Maybe an event. I very much doubt he event triggers our Hiyori. That would seem foolish. Sure, he special Muggy Balls our Tashigi. Okay. I mean, I guess it works, but like, if you were going to play the Alvida anyway, I guess you can play a different Alvida now, right? You can play the draw 3, trash 2 one. I don't know. I don't know about the special Mucky Ball. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Either way, let's see what he's got here on 4. Very much expecting a swing of 5. 4 on for Alvida. If he wants to play another special Muggy Ball. Yeah, you could have just bottomed our 1 cost here. It feels like a mistake. 5, absolutely. Tashigi is perfect. I mean, we already have 1, but it's still perfect. Rest this. 3 Don here. 8 into Alvida. Do you want to give me 2 2Ks? 8-5, sir. Can we hurry up? Yes, thank you very much. Let's go 8-5 once more. Get him down to 2. End the turn. So next turn, we'll see what he plays out on his 6. Gonna swing 6, I expect. And then play some combination of a summoner and a guy. Crockhawk into Alvida, maybe. Buggy into Mihawk could be pretty good. Crocodile into Mr. 1. He's got choices. We've got a second Tashigi, which is really, really powerful. We can rest down whatever he plays and then attack into it. And the thing with Buggy that you have to be really, like, prudent of is not letting their board get too big. Because once they get towards that 10-cost Buggy, that's when it gets scary. Okay, so it's Crocodile into Moji. So this Moji is not scary at all. 6 into 5. I'll take once more. I don't mind going down because we've got good defense at the end of the game. We're going to go with... We do have to be somewhat prudent of pudding. We're going to go with this. We'll rest the Moji, put 3 Don here. I don't mind going with one of the... We could go with the Hiyori, just to get a bit of a distraction going. Let's go 8 into Moji, because that's just a freebie. We get to restand. Then we'll go 7 lead, and then we'll go 8 lead. We're piling on a lot of pressure here, which is very good. 8 into 7, 8. He's got one guy. This pressure is crazy. No? Like, and we removed his blocker. And we're just going to get to do a search as well. Let's see what we want here. So, can't take Perona or Toshigi. I don't really want any of these. Not going to lie. Kuina's probably the next best thing. None of them are great. I was sort of looking for an event or a 2K. Didn't get either. It's fine. See if he wants to take out our Hiyori, though. Because you've got to think he would. So that sort of distract his leader swing. Maybe we see Crocodile. He ditches a special Muggy Ball to just... We should get to rest this. Oh, it's called Toshigi. Of course, we've got a momentary lapse of mind. Yeah, it's called Toshigi, so we can't. Yeah, we got to keep this. We got to keep this. We'll give the Perona. Is he going to swing 8? He is going to swing 8. This sucks, but I think it's incredibly worth it. I think it's incredibly worth it. Because our board is now just going to become indestructible. We can very well go for game here. We don't need to. We can just deploy this. Restand 4 Dons, which is ridiculous. Can swing 9 into Crocodile. Because this is a freebie, we just get to restand anyway. It's all good. We can swing 7 into Crocodile again, 9 into Leader, and then still go with the Hiyori. Lets it go and just concedes. Yeah, GG, I don't think there was anything he could have done there. He definitely should have Raging Tigered last turn, instead of playing out the Buggy. That was a massive mistake. You could have got rid of both our Toshigis there. Yeah, you could have got rid of both of them, which would have been a lot better. Even with that said, though, we didn't need this guy. Sorry, this girl. We didn't need her, right? We'd have still taken out the Crocodile in the same way. Yeah, and we still get a hit through on lethal, get him down to 0, develop this, get a search. Yeah, I don't see a way for our opponent to win there, but regardless, that was a odd decision not to use the Raging Target. That was a good game, though, and quite funny moment with the Toshigi. Okay, got to get him to Yamato. Not sure what to think about this one. Let's take first. I know they quite like first. We've got the Toshigi. We've also got Koshiro. This is a decent hand. We'll keep. Nothing on 1, though. So, obviously, I don't mind taking, like, a big swing. I don't mind taking a big double attack swing. What I don't want to take is double attack banish. He gets the blocker Momo. He's pretty good. I think we will go with the Koshiro. So, we'll just go 6 here. Get the Koshiro just in case he does anything too crazy, right? We don't want anything crazy coming up. He's going to take that. Yeah, most of their triggers rely on us having 3 or less life. So, yeah, it's interesting. See what he got here for 4. If he just slams 9 double attack, we could just block. Low key, but it does leave us a little bit weak to banish on the follow-up. So, not sure. Ashura Doji, sure. And if we take this, we're taking a 5 as well. I don't love this position. The Ashura Doji was very good. That was good. I'm going to take this because I don't want to get double attack banished. Not great draws. 1k. Do we want to take again? Not really. I think I will, though. I'm going to play it like a... I'm going to play kind of weird. I'm going to go with this. We'll rest this guy. Put some dons here. I guess Doji is simply stronger, right? So we'll take out Doji. And then I will attack leader, even though the risk of a trigger is great. No trigger, lovely. Now we've got not a lot of counter. We've got some. Spanish. Do we have enough for a 9? Man, that's tough. 2k. 1k. 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 What a treat. Man. Yeah, we'll take the 5 though. There's no harm in that, because now we're at 1, so the double attack doesn't really matter. So what we're going to do here is Cavendish. Yeah. Let's start with 7. No, let's not. Let's go with something like that. Let's go with something like that. But, man, having to counter with, like, what was that 3 1Ks? Horrific. Horrific. Not a good turn of events. We're going to have to go for some crazy... Okay, he's got the flame split. That's not good. Yep, you got it. You got it. Man. We can't counter that. We simply can't counter that. What's the sequencing? The sequencing is weird because of this and the Cavendish is interaction. So we want to keep 3 for this. So what we can do is pile all the Dons on. No, I want to attack 7 with this. I think this is the best way. Go 10 into 3. He's going to allow that, obviously. We restand our leader. Swing 7 into 5, restand 2. We've still got this. He's going to give us 2k, 1k. Then we're going to go 9, 10, 10. I think it's just 9, 10, 10. We'll hopefully get there, but it's not great. It's not great. All he needs is 3 2ks. But I do think this is our only chance, because that opening was terrible. Damn, this guy had some brooks. Holy. Holy. I mean, that was a really dodgy lethal, right? But it was my only choice. We had awkward opening, not enough 2Ks to counter that banish efficiently. He got the removal on my blocker, which I was not thrilled about. Had the banish, but, you know, that sort of lethal at the end there was quite weird. Because you can activate this whenever, it doesn't have to be the first activation. We get rid of the Nami because that's just a freebie. Then we restand, and it's actually better to get rid of the Nami because then we can use the 3 Don to have Don to restand with Cavendish to just use for the smaller swings first. Because I don't want to attack like 10, then restand, then go with 7. It increases the chance he can counter out the 7s. So that was why I did it that way. That was quite an exciting game. I'm definitely including that one. That was a wild game. I mean, we definitely had a way to lose there for sure, but hey, we got there. Got a game into Purple Black Luffy. So this will be interesting because our Tashigi guy can't rest his 6 cost. We've got nothing before Cavendish. I think I'm going to mulligan. Okay, we've got a lot of searches here. Well, at least we've got Perona. Kuina could be quite nice too, on curve, actually. Yeah, we've got Perona and Hiyori. I think I'll play out the Perona first. What do we want to take? We've got a Tashigi. Could just take a 2k. I don't think I want a Smoker. I think Tashigi's just better than Smoker. But do we want a 2k? I think I'm happy to take another Tashigi. We'll play this and then end the turn. Then we can use this on a turn where we've got a spare done. They don't tend to play a lot of rest in the Purple Black Luffy. Like the 7-cost Zoro is about it. What did he get off his search? He did get the Beer Luffy. Okay, so the Beer Luffy will be coming down probably not next turn, but the turn after. Which is pretty good. Yep, 7 into 5. We'll take no trigger. We're just going to go keep it simple. Kuina here. Deploy, action, rest this, rest that. 3 Don here. Attack 8 on 5. Restand. Attack 8 on 5. He's got a trigger. Well, sure, when you're at sea, you can fight against pirates trigger. And we'll pass it over. If he just goes 2 into 1, I will counter the 2k. Because we don't know how big this leader swing is going to be. Presumably, it's going to be... It might just be 6, but either way, I'm going to counter this to force him to attack Kuina again with lead. Yeah, absolutely. You got that all day, but we forced the issue, right? We forced the issue. This is original cost. Bro, that is so much better than... That's actually insane. That's insane. I forget all this stuff is original cost. Yeah, so that doesn't do anything. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, let's go with this. Rest this. Put 3 Dons here. I do want to swing at least 9 into it. We'll go 2 into Law. Let's clear the Law out. Yeah. We can go 9 and 7. Get 2 cards out of him. Nice. Then we'll restand. And attack 9 into 5. Get him down to 2. And there he gave us 2 2Ks, in fact. Pretty nice. Pass it over. I don't think he's interested in taking out this Perona. And this is where the game starts to get a little bit scary. Because he's going to be a 7k leader for the rest of the game. Which is... Yeah, it is scary. And they have that 6-cost Rush Luffy. Yeah, this one. That we've got to be scared of. There he is. There he is. 7, no reason. This is going to be 777. That's a lot of power. I'm going to have to take at least 1. That's simply a mistake. I think we take again. Koshiro. Koshiro's alright. Koshiro is alright. 5 cards, 2 cards in hand. What did he take off the Law? He took the Rush Luffy. So yeah, we know nothing about his hand. I think we always have to go with the Mihawk here, though. Because otherwise we're just kind of in trouble. The Tashigi's tempting, though. You get 3 more Dons on lead. I think I'm going with the Mihawk. We stand 4. We'll go 7 on 7. We'll go 9 on 7. We know he has a giant. But this is forcing him back to like a fairly low Don count. Then we'll go 9 on 7 again. Force him down to 1. We're applying a lot of good pressure here. Let's take. Cool. And we've got this Hiyori standing, so we can potentially dig for the Dead Man's Game next turn if he doesn't win. Frankie. Trashes the second Beer Luffy. Yeah, you don't need that. But now if he uses any of these Don -2s, he's actually losing Don. Because this Frankie... Okay, never mind. He's ramped 1 with Mr. 2. He's still losing Don, though. If he does use any of these guys, right? Yeah. And we've got our big blocker still, so block 1 hit for free. I doubt this swings more than once, ever. That would have seemed a little crazy to me. This is probably going to be 777. I don't think you ever put a Don here. He does do 8. 8 is so greedy. Because he only has 1 Don. I'm going to 2k out this one. We'll give him the Shimotsuki. That's so greedy. Surely none of these are 8s. Surely we don't tap all of our Dons. Surely not, ref, right? I'll just block with the Mihawk. And this is 7 more, right? I'll give the 1k and the Zoro. It's 2! Wow, he just taps out. He just taps out. That's mental, right? We don't need the Smoker. I guess he doesn't have Giant, right? But I feel like you still gamble on it being here. Because we're going to go with this, rest this, and I think we're just going for it. Do we want to dig with this? I think it's worth it. There's a lot of green events that can help us here. Yeah, that's a really good one. Does this hit original... This hits original cost as well. So this could come down, rest the Frankie, but it's only 1 Don less. If we play this for 5, we have only 1 more. We can do like 9, 9, 7, 8. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Start with 7. He has no Dons open, right? And this deck plays a lot of bricks. Does have a 1k. We can probably lose here. Can we? We get a free swing into one of his dudes. Yeah, we get a free swing with the activate main into one of his dudes. Let's see if he wants to counter this. He counters that. That's got to be a throw, right? 8-7. And there, yeah, there's the concede. He should not have countered that. Definitely not. You let that go, and then, but then I don't know if I even go for game there, because we can still we can attack for like 9, play this event, try and take out the beer Luffy as well, and we're kind of cooking. There, we've got a trigger that gives us £1,000 for the turn, and we've got the 2k coming out at the end. Not sure. Let me know if you think I would have won that one. He definitely shouldn't have protected this Luffy, though. Got to go into blue, yellow, Nami, and we are going at 2nd. When we've got the Mihawk on curve, we've got Cavendish. It's not bad. I'd like to see like some kind of search though, or Tashigi, anything like that. Okay, we've got the Perona. He's got a law. That doesn't tend to do a lot into us. Let's see what we get off this. 2 Tashigis means we probably take Tashigi here. Yeah, I think we just take Tashigi. Then pass it over. He might just swing 8. Gonna go with the Hiyori. Sure. Swaps his life. There's no trigger I'm that scared of. Definitely not. Like, his most scary triggers are trigger plays, and they're not live because we're at 4 life. Do we want to use Hiyori? Not really. I think we're fine this turn. So I'm just going to slam in 9. Yeah, and there's no trigger. I mean, I guess he drew a card with the Hiyori, but he also lost the Hiyori. So he didn't really net anything. There's Kikunojo. 6 into 5. We're going to counter, because then we can rest this down with Shigi and try and get rid of it. He can block with Law, which will be a little annoying, but it is what it is. Gonna go no. Just give him the Shigi here. Shouldn't have any other 2Ks. We can just play this out. Yeah, I think I'll play this out just to make it a little bit easier to fit in on our next turn. Yeah, sure. Still going to get some cards. And then we'll play out our Hiyori. Annoyingly, we don't have any 2Ks. Is what it is. Oh, okay. He's got the young girl. Non-play, draw, and trash one. And then once per turn, he gets it done. This is really quite a good card. Not going to lie. I think this is a significant buff over the 2-cost Teach. Nojiko bounces off Shigi, sure. And then what are we going to see? What are we going to see? 7. Yeah, sure. We're not countering this. X-Drake's not bad. We can counter this next 7. Do I care to? I'm not sure I do. I'm not sure I do. 7 into 5. Yeah, sure. I'll just take once more. It's got one Don for a Slave Arrow, I guess. Sure. Slave Arrow is pretty good. We're going to go with our Mihawk. Restand 4. I'm going to go 8 into Hiyori to start. Sorry, 8 into Kikunojo. I don't care that it gets him the heal. I just want this crap off the board. If he's going to defend this, well, we just get the extra bonus of the Activate main, right? The Demonic Aura 9-sword style is very good. Not this turn, but next turn we've got that, and we've even got the event combo with it, potentially. We've got good options. As much as I'd love to keep a Don open, it's do we want to use this Hiyori now? Or do we want to keep one up for Paradise Waterfall? I don't think we need the Paradise Waterfall. He's going to defend the Kikunojo, though. Which is fine. You got to pick something up. What did he pick up? He picked up Nojiko, sure. We'll restand this. We'll attack 8 on 5. See if he wants to give us 2 2Ks. Nope. Now let's go with the Hiyori. I think we'll just take a 2K here. And then end the turn. So he's kept his Kiku. If he has a red rock for our Mihawk, that will be very strong this turn. That could be strong. 0 into 0, absolutely. Absolutely. This could be red rock on the Mihawk. That's about his best play, I think. 6 into 5. Let's cash in while we can, just in case there is a red rock coming. If there was a pudding, I think he'd done it already. Kuma. Okay, Kuma. Interesting. So he's playing much more of a sort of Healy-focused build. Ditches a Kyros. Sure. To get the heal. Yeah, nice. 9 into 5. Yeah, it's got to be. I don't want to defend this. He's going to get the heal. Sorry, the draw. It's fine. So what are we doing this turn? We've got the Paradise Waterfall. We can keep one open for that. We can go board, or we can go just hard at life and try and win in 2 turns. I'd love another Mihawk, but we don't have one. We could try and dig for one with the Perona. I don't hate that. No Mihawk. We can take Toshigi, rest down the young girl, get rid of that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. We'll take Toshigi, turn the rest. 12 cards. If he has pudding, we are just so cooked. It's crazy. Rest down the young girl, put some dons here. We'll go 2 into 0. I think I'll do 2 for Koshiro, 1 for Paradise Waterfall. Go 9 into 6, see if he wants to continue to defend this. He doesn't. Restand. Now we'll go 8 to 5. Then we'll go 9 to 5, and then play out the Koshiro. He gave us Kikunojo and a Zeus. Sure. Now we'll go 9 to 7. He's going to take. Koshiro for 2, pass 1 open. I think we're in a better position than last turn. I think. We're still incredibly weak to both Pudding and Red Rock, though. Both those very good. At least Koshiro protects this from any KO. You're just going to trash our Smoker. I don't really care. Yeah, gets his leader effect. Young girl comes down once more. Interesting. We'll go 1 Don for... Do we want a Paradise Waterfall? Do we want a Paradise Waterfall now? We get out both swings, obviously. I think we do. No blocker, Paradise Waterfall. Do we restand first? Sure, it just works. These old cards, they don't work exactly the same. You don't have to do everything in the right order. It's weird. Now we can go for game. We can very, very well go for game. But, you know, it's risky. Start with 7. Leader effect and a 1k. Okay. I think I like just slamming, what, 12 into Kid? Using the Luffy as the man will become the king of the pub. If we put 7, that's 11. We can do 11 to Kid. Yeah, this is 11. Because then we can keep 1 for the demonic aura. So go 11 to Kid. Because they play a lot of bricks. So this might actually go through. It's going to counter. Okay. Let's go 11 again. Let's it go. Now let's go. Do we want to Luffy as the man and become the king of the pirates? We can just Koshiro once more. But he can't remove both of these, right? He can't... We can Red Rock Nojiko, but then his swings are very low. Still go for... No, we can't go for game. We can't go for game. I'm talking rubbish. I think I'm going to play it safe. We'll go one more turn. We'll go with the Koshiro. Over the top of Perona. We can swing 9. We could swing 9 with the Mihawk still. If we swing 9 with the Mihawk, he Raging Tigers these. We can get out of like a 10 and a 6, right? Yeah, we're good on that. So I'm going to go 9 with the Mihawks. And then this guarantees we get him next turn. No trigger, thankfully. Was somewhat scared of like a Raging Tiger trigger, but if he Raging Tiger triggers this one, it could have just been this one. So it didn't matter that order, specifically. We got 3k, 4k, 5k, 6k, 7k. We got a lot of Ks, right? We got a lot of Ks. And if you like puddings, then he can't Raging Tiger. So it's a real double-edged sword here. I don't think there's a strict guaranteed win con for him anywhere. You know? This Mihawk blocker's just so good. I mean, he doesn't know. We could restand it again. We could restand it once more with Paradise Waterfall. This Waterfall, the more I play with it, the more I'm liking it. I'm thinking I might go up on the counts of that. I've currently got it at 2. You'll already seen the deck list. It might be on more than that by now. We'll see. It's tricky for him, right? Nami with these new additions, pretty cool though. Okay, so he's putting a 0 cost in life. That's a 0 cost then. Absolutely a 0 cost every day of the week. What is the rest of this 8 done? Unless he's literally just digging to draw a card. Nojiko bounces one of them. What we got? 9? 9, 10? 9, 10, eh? Wait, what did he bounce? No, Nojiko bounced to Shigi. Okay, that's kind of smart. Kind of smart. This could still be blockers. I think I'm just going to block with one of the Koshiros there. Eight. 2 for some kind of blocker, maybe? 2 for events. Could be slave arrows. I think regardless, I'm 2k2k'ing this one. Yeah, we'll give X Drake. And then X Drake. Right, now what? Now what? It's been a weird game. We can play out another Koshiro once more. We can take out this Kuma, potentially. I'm going to rest the young girl. Because we know this is almost certainly like a zero cost, I don't love just like going for game blindly. Let's go 10 on 7. See if he wants to use one of these arrows. Sorry, the slave arrow. The slave arrow. If he wants to heal, he's going to use slave arrow. Picks up the Kuma. Interesting. Wait, we can't... Surely that counts as battling. 8 on 5. I'm a bit lost. I typed a message in chat and it just disappeared. Does that not count as battling because the character left? He uses his leader effect and then gives it 2k. I swear we should be able to restand. Hey ho. What do I know? What do I know? Again, if he Raging Tigers these, he still can't swing enough to get through our stuff, right? Because we've got what 3k, 4k, 5k, 6k, 8k. It's not enough. Zeus. What does that do? So we can rest one of the... Sure. Why not? Sure, he draws a card. Does he have the double pop? That's quite funny. The Koshiro can protect the other Koshiro. I hadn't considered that. You can't do it. You have no life, bro. Yeah, GG's. Really weird. Let me know what's going on with that interaction there with the slave arrow and the Kuma leaving. I'm gonna have to like check the rulings on what is constituted as battling. But that's very odd. Either way, well played to our opponent. That got very technical at the end there. That was quite interesting. I also want to know what this last life was, because it doesn't appear it was a zero cost. It looks like it might have been this Hawkins. Either way, well played. Let's move on. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of Zoro. I'll definitely be having more Zoro content. I really like this leader. This might become like a new mainstay on the channel, replacing Shanks Saturday. Rest in peace. Man, they butchered Shanks. That starter deck, I had so much hope. And then they just printed him a bunch of garbage. What a shame. Either way, Zoro's great fun. Definitely recommend giving him a go. Let me know where your list is going. And we'll have some more Zoro content before you know it. Tomorrow, probably Kuzan. I'm really looking forward to Kuzan as well. We'll see if he's as fun as I'm expecting. Thank you for watching. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.